I want to welcome right now, all of you, please welcome the great mayor of the city of Los Angeles who cares for all its people, Regina Swain. Please escort the great mayor of Los Angeles, Antonio Villaraigosa, up here right now.
Wow. Thank you, Regina Houston Swain, for your leadership, for your commitment, for the work that you do on behalf of community who have disability challenges, but also ability benefits that we want to acknowledge. And I want to thank you for your hard work. And Tom LeBon, just give him a big hand. Tommy is our cheerleader. He's a guy who loves this town, and I want to acknowledge him for all of the work that you did to make today happen. I guess you gave resolutions. I turn around, but you gave resolutions out to everyone.
We did just what the mayor always does. We try to help people and make them impactful in their desire to make change and better for all. That's all we do, Mayor. We follow your lead.
And we're all thrilled to be here on this landmark day in our nation's history. July 26, 2010 marks the 20th anniversary of the American with Disabilities Act. It was signed by former President George H.W. Bush, prohibiting discrimination on the basis of disability in employment, services, accommodations, communication, and access. I've had more than a little interplay with enforcement of that provision. I worked at the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunities Commission, enforcing our discrimination laws and working with some of the organizations that are present here today. I see my sister is here today, Judge Mary Lou Viat, who used to work for Protection and Advocacy a very, very, very long time ago. I was in high school. I like playing with my sister. Give her a hand, Mary Lou Viat. We know that the ADA fulfills the promise of this nation set forth by our founding fathers and mothers, that all men and women are created equal, that we all deserve to pursue the same unalienable rights, and that we all have the ability to contribute to our great nation in some way, because every one of us can contribute, and all people should be valued for the contributions that they're able to make, for the content of their character, not for the car they drive or the clothes that they wear or the amount of money that they make, but for their strength of character and contributions to our great society. And for all too often we find ourselves living in a world that is far too exclusive. People are stereotyped, bullied, made fun of. But today, I think, gives us renewed hope, a renewed commitment to the idea that every one of us ought to be able to be judged by what we do, by our contributions, by our character. That's what I think the ADA is all about, that the Civil Rights Act has been all about. We acknowledge that long before the ADA, we had a President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who suffered from polio. We all know what a great president he was. In no small part because back then, maybe because there was such a bias against it, nobody ever talked about the fact that he couldn't walk. We now live in a world where we would talk about it, but we're still waiting for the day that we could talk about it and elect someone with a disability to the highest office of the land. And That's what I think the ADA should and always has been about. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, I want to acknowledge the Department of Disability and the Los Angeles World Airports for helping us sponsor this day, where we acknowledge those who have come before us. I know I have members of my Disability Commission here, and I don't know where you are all. I made an eye contact with some of you. I want to acknowledge and thank you for the work that you do. Some of you were at my home 2 weeks ago when we sponsored, in fact a number of you were there when we sponsored a lunch and event, a barbecue with my commissioners, and I just want to thank you for the work that you do. I made eye contact with still another with the work that you do on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. So thank you all for being here. We still have a lot of work to do. I know the city is, as much as we've done, still has to do a lot more. That's true for the state and the federal government as well. It's true for our school district, but we're still struggling oftentimes to address issues with respect to special education. But working with this community, listening to you all, acknowledging the work we've done, but the work that we still have to do is key to getting to that day. And so again, thank you very much to all of the folks who helped to make today possible. Congratulations. Today we celebrate 20 years of progress and a future unlimited for this community. Thank you very much.